V and O, what you know? Yo, man, welcome to the V and O YouTube channel. The premise here is ordinary people with extraordinary stories. But what you also gonna find is the views and opinions, man. So you're gonna find conversation, you're gonna find inspiration, you're gonna find motivation. Yo, check us out, V and O, what you know?
But have you ever thought, what if this is all just a dream? And we're just waiting in line to wake up? And most people think I'm insane. Once you realize that all the shit you used to care so much about just keeps you a prisoner of your own mind.
Yo, V and O, what you know? I'm back. Y'all probably thought I wasn't coming back. Brother had to work last week, so no, I'm coming back, man. Like I said, you gotta support the dream. You know what I'm saying? So I had to work last Sunday, so I ran. I didn't even run what I wanted to run. It's always a glitch, but hey, this is real life here on the V and O, so we do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, I want to welcome everyone back. Thank you for tuning in. Uh, why can't I see no comments? I don't know. Anyway, maybe that's a good thing. But but I want to thank everybody for coming. Oh, there we go. What's up, Gina? Hey, Gina. So here's the thing. What y'all just saw was the promo. Gina, you spurred me. You told me that you got your awards show coming up. And so it spurred me to think like, yo, I gotta come up with something different, man. I've been wanting to come up with something different anyway. So I had to put together a whole new promo. I wanted something cool that you could share with everybody at the award show, and hopefully it's not too long. We can cut it down. If so, I know it is kind of long. It's 2 minutes and 28 seconds long. That's pretty long. So I'm gonna cut it down, but you let me know. I'm gonna send it to you, and we're gonna get the VNO out there. I do have a huge surprise, y'all. I'm not gonna tell you about it yet, but I am letting you know that I'm not lying. I do have a surprise for you. That it is something that I've been. I've been trying to. What up, Malcolm? MLM printing, yo, MLM. Look, y'all, if you need any printing needs, Malcolm, send me something, bro. Text me something now, man. So I've been wanting to highlight you anyway, bro. And you've been doing some amazing work, man. If you could send me a video or some pictures of something, man, maybe I'm gonna try to throw you up on here, man, just so people can see the things you do, bro. You do some amazing work, man. Do some amazing work. Greg Gray is in the house, his house. What up, Greg? Greg came through a little earlier, man, to bless me. Y'all seen him in the intro, the promo. Thank you, Greg, for being here again, yet again for me, man. Yeah, Gina, thank you. Thank you once again. I'm gonna get this promo out to you because I'm gonna play it again because that mug is dope. I don't care. Like it's 2 minutes and 28 seconds long, and my surprise ain't here yet. I'm hoping my surprise come. If not, we're gonna do what we do. But anyway, anyway, uh I'm gonna just make sure, man, that we hey, with the new last name. With the new last name. What's up? Y'all, my tears have been shed. My sisters didn't walk down the aisle, went to Vegas. I ain't even been to Vegas. I ain't even been to Vegas. Yo, what's up? What's up? I'm so happy for you. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to pick you up, brother. Be busy, you know what I'm saying? But oh, y'all, look, check this out, man. This right here. So I wanted to go ahead and do something with this. Man, this is a dope. Sorry. I'm saying sorry to the mic. Look, check this out, man. Look. We'll tag, where's the tag at? Tag right here. Black heroes. Because every hero needs a hero. I believe that's his slogan. Look, every hero needs a hero. Look, I have to give my man his 10 seconds. This dude I had never met this dude before, man. This dude is a designer. He's from Chicago. He created this brand called Black Heroes. And I believe his moniker is every hero needs a hero. Greg, stop interrupting me. I did say sorry to the chair. I bumped the chair and I was like, oh, my bad. I did. That's me, man. That's classic me right there. Let me get back to Black Heroes. This cat is a designer from Chicago, man. So what happened was I talked to any and everybody, and I got you, Malcolm. I talked to any and everybody. I'm driving down Michigan Avenue in Chicago, and I think I was coming home from work. Had to be coming home from work, and this cat. I'm looking at this van that's in front of me, Mercedes van, and say Black Heroes on it. It's like, what is this? And he got the advertisements are dope on his van. He got his Instagram logo. So I'm driving, almost getting an accident, and look him up on Instagram. So I've been following this cat for it's been some time now, man. And this dude he got some dope artwork. He makes a lot of women's clothes. You probably can't see it, but this is a very man, this is classy. Like, this is velvet. Is this velvet? this is velvet right here. You know what I'm saying? I tell you to tag the material. You can tell quality. The material is quality material. I was coming home from the gym, and I was sitting in my car at the gym, and this cat went live on Instagram, and he was like, yo, hit me up. And it's Friday night. I'm like, he said, hit me up if you want any merch. So I'm like, man, I get something, I've been wanting to support him. I just hadn't reached out to him. So I hit him up, DM him, and he's like, yo, pull up. And I said, where you at, man? He said, I'm on 87th and the Dan Ryan at 87th and State Street. And I was like, I'm from the suburbs. It's 87th and State, kind of late. I don't know. But I was like, yo, I'm gonna go anyway. I don't care, man. I think it had to be like 8 something at night. Chicago, 87th and State, right off the Dan Ryan. And I pulled up. And man, when I tell you this was the coolest dude ever, like very, very nice dude. He said he'd been doing this for 5 years. Marcy, yes, I was. Yes, I was. And I just told him, like, we sat out and talked. I needed a sweatshirt anyway. I was cold. I forgot my sweatshirt at home. I had taken a shower at the gym. That's a whole nother story. Me taking a shower at the gym. Like this shower at the gym was crazy. But anyway, I was cold. And so like I pull up on him. We talked, man. He said he'd been doing this for 5 years. I said, bro, I said, I got a podcast, man. I said, I just want people to see this. When I opened the package, I knew that like a lot of people advertise things that aren't, as nice when you finally get to see them. Look, I'm telling you, y'all go look my man up right now. Go to Instagram. I don't care if the numbers drop off. Go to Instagram. And this is his website. You can find him on Instagram, Black Heroes Clothing. Go look him up. Ladies, he has some very, very nice, just beautiful clothing. Like, this dude is a designer. This cat is a designer. He's been at it for 5 years, and he doing his thing. I mean, if you go in Chicago, you got to go hard. It's too much competition out there. So he is very much so competing. Somebody need to see him, because he really out here doing his thing. Like, he He is doing his thing. Shout out to Black Heroes Clothing. Every hero needs a hero. Thanks. His name is Ron. His name is Ron. Ron, thank you so much, man, for just being cool. You know what I'm saying? Some people, man, you meet them in person and they ain't cool like that. You know, this cat, he was on point. He was cool. Yo, some of y'all wasn't here when I played the promo, so I'm playing it again because I got to, and I think it's dope. You know, I'm sorry, it is. V and O, what you know? Yo, man, welcome to the V and O YouTube channel. The premise here is ordinary people with extraordinary stories, but what you also gonna find is the views and opinions, man. So you're gonna find conversation, you're gonna find inspiration, you're gonna find motivation. Yo, check us out, V and O, what you know?
But have you ever thought, what if this is all just a dream? And we're just waiting in line to wake up? And most people think I'm insane. Once you realize that all the shit you used to care so much about just keeps you a prisoner of your own mind. Get back to you.
Yo, hey, that's dope. That is absolutely insane. I'm sorry. I'm pat on my back. Thank you, Gina. Thank you so much. I worked hard on it. You know what I mean? Like I very much so worked hard on it. And I thank you for this is what you got to do. You got to get people with drive around you. You got to get people that's doing something around you. Because when you get people that's doing something around you, they cause you to do something. They cause you to move. Greg Gray, Marcy, Gina, Chris Mills. Chris Mills out here making moves. He out here with BGHE. Come on, man. Come on. Thank you so much, Candy. Greg Gray is out here. I mean, Chris Mills is out here making moves with BGHE. He is that's his music podcast. Y'all go check him out on the Dope Living Network. You go to Dope Living TV on YouTube, and he is on there every Saturday. I forget the time. Usually I'm working, but but check him out. He got videos up there already. Dope Living TV on YouTube. Go and check him out. He's doing big things out in Las Vegas. He's part of the Dope Living TV network. Y'all check this out, man. Thurkles that I had on here, I want to say it had to be 2 weeks ago. I believe she was the last conversation that I had. Imogene Bibbs with the funding. Y'all go check her out, man. Look, we are slipping into a recession. It's time to make some moves. If you a mover and a shaker, make some moves, y'all. Make some moves. What's up, Sharon? Y'all make some moves because you can't sit here. Back in 2008, I sat here and I got caught. You know what I'm saying? I had to go to another country and work. I believe I told a story. I had to go to Canada and work. I was happy and I'm blessed that I was able to have the skills to go over to Canada and work. But no doubt, uh, we are going into a recession. You got to recession proof yourself. I believe this is Nini right here. The funding platform is recession proof. Sign in. If this is Imogene, sign in. Make sure you hit my link on YouTube on Facebook so we can see your name up there. And I still got her pin to the top of my Facebook because I promised her that I was gonna make a clip, but I talked so much during our conversation, I couldn't even find a clip where she was just talking about it. I kept interrupting. That's just me. You can't come on here without me interrupting and talking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yo, my guest was here and then she left. This is why we check in about 15 minutes ahead of time. Check this out, y'all. I'm always doing things on the fly. Let's take a look at Gina's at the award show, and I'm going to try to get my man Malcolm back on here to show some of his artwork that he does. My man is he prints. This dude is just an amazing cat, man. Matter of fact, I gotta have Malcolm on here one day because Malcolm, you got a story, bro, and he always tell his story like it's nothing, and I'm like, what? Like you really have caused me to move. If y'all noticed in the intro, I started a company for this podcast, so everybody been pushing me. I should have done that first, but the way I think in my head is this: I'm like, I gotta get some type of I wanted to have something. I couldn't start a company with nothing. So if you notice, I've been doing this for a couple months now, and now I have content. I know people, and I wanted to network with people, but I couldn't network with people before because I didn't have nothing to show them. I don't want to sit in the chair across the way from somebody that's important and not have saying and just walk in the room empty-handed. They're gonna look at me like, what? Now I got content. I got dope people. I got some ordinary people with extraordinary stories. I got some clips. Got a Facebook, got a YouTube, got a TikTok. Check me out. Y'all see those links in the top. But I have all of this stuff now that I can have something in my hand to say, hey, look, this is what I got. What I also have in my hand is what we about to jump off. We about to jump off the VNO vibes. I'm gonna have to get back to you, Malcolm. I'm running your stuff, man. But we got the VNO vibes on deck. Y'all heard me. I've been talking about this, man, for weeks, yet months. It's been a while. It's been a while. And finally, like I've been trying to get you know what? I'm gonna answer this because this dude is bogus. You straight bogus. you Yes, I am. I'm live right now. Right now. And I decide to answer the phone. Y'all, this is Joe Estrada. He don't care. Like this is what cause, man. You should be tuning in. I get off the phone and go on live. No, it's cool. It's cool. I'm gonna give you a call after we get off of here. All right. Well, y'all, he bogus. Anyway, uh y'all, so check this out. I started the call. I forget where I was at, man. I get a phone call, I forget where I was at. Oh, I said, the VNO vibes. Let me get back on track. VNO vibes. So what I got is I had this idea when I first started the VNO. It was supposed to be an outlet for me, but at the same time, I wanted to highlight and showcase all these dope people that I get to meet, that I just walk up and talk to sometimes. You know what I mean? People that I got you. I got you, Malcolm. People like Malcolm that I just meet in life, and I sit down and I decide that I listen to them. I listen to their story, and I'm like, man, somebody needs to hear this right now, man. Like somebody needs to hear what you've gone through and where you are at. And we don't always share that. You got people, sometimes you'll start talking and people just start hating and then you just shut up. Well, I decided that I wanted to showcase those people on here, but at the same time, I like to talk. You see, we 19 minutes in and I'm still talking. I'm still going. So like, I'm like, I need some type of outlet. Like I want to hear these people talking. I want to get their story out, but also I need an outlet. And then I did a conversation with Armand and his wife, Molly. Molly, shout out to Molly. Molly's in Flint, Michigan. She doing big things. She got a dance company out there. She's a businesswoman. And she was like, hey, you want something that you could just sit down and vibe. And I was like, man, you're right. I do. I want something that I could just sit down and that we could just talk about the issues of life. And I was like, yo, what about the VNO vibe? So she put that in my ear, and our mom was like, look, man, let's get together. Let's do this. I was like, bro, they really want you. They want to see you on these vibes. And so me and him were talking. Life happens sometimes, and he's going to get on. It's not over with. I ran it past my uncle, Merv. Merv Williams, y'all, my man, keep him in your prayers. He's still fighting cancer, but really, he like, man, I want to be Mr. Vibes. Y'all see him on y'all get to see him on the intro to the VNO Vibes. And I got to redo this because I'm gonna have to throw in my special guest. Please come back because I tried to get you in, but she left. Oh, there she is. But yeah, so he's going to be on there. I got my cousin. We got a lot of people on deck, but we got her. She's going to be on the VNO with me sometimes. She's going to be the vibes. I'm going to be her guest on the vibes. She's going to be doing these vibes. She's intelligent. She has her own business. She's doing it big in life. Miss Angela.
Oh my goodness. I first want to start off. Your energy is so lit. Like it's just you on 10. Every time I talk to you, it's such a good vibe. I just want to say I'm so proud of you. You doing your thing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, just I'm glad that you were able to have a vision and see it come to fruition or whatever.
Yeah, but you know what? So what I take is this. The reason that I'm able to do this is because, let me go ahead and do this too. There we go. Yeah, that's you. And then I'm gonna end up taking myself off, and you're gonna be the vibes. But what I was gonna say was, what I get to do is, a lot of people got this hating heart inside of them. Like I run across a lot of people, and they just got this heart that automatically they want to think negatively. You know what I'm saying? And so my heart don't work like that. When I hear somebody's story, when I see somebody and I see them out there moving and I see them out there getting it, my heart says this. My heart says, man, I want their energy. Not like get out of my face with your energy, but no, come to me with your energy. Like I want to be around you. And I thank God for hating people, man, like straight up, because they clear the way for all the Rons in the world that just want to get it. You know what I mean? I just want a piece of your energy. I'm humble. Like I got this dog in me. I got like I don't want to. Why am I gonna push you away? And I see you doing things that I'm trying to do. Yeah. You know, what am I gonna do? We try to beat you. You've been doing it. Yeah. So when I got invited on Dope Living, what am I gonna do? Like, look at them up there trying to what they think they are. No. I was like, I need a piece of these people. They out here getting it. You know what I'm saying? So let me shut up. Welcome.
Thank you.
I got you, Angela, and I reached out to you because we went to school together, right? Yes. We went to Maryville together, and I remember you. You were very quiet. I'm gonna let you tell your whole story. Well, with that, you're gonna take over the vibes with your story. It's a crazy, amazing story to get you to where you at today. You don't even have to tell it today. You could save it. But I remember what happened is I saw you out at University of Chicago on a job.
Yes.
On a job.
Yes.
Now y'all check this out. On a job I think it was wintertime. Yeah. Angela is an electrician.
Yes.
I'll let her tell you more about that. She's an electrician. I saw her out there in the cold with us, and I was like, "Yo, I know you." I said, "I went to school with you." She's like, "Yeah, I kind of remember you." I was like, "Yeah, you don't look like it, but you don't look like you remember me. It's cool. I remember everybody. You know what I mean?" So I started talking to you. See you on the job. I would talk to you, and every time I see women out in the field, it always just kind of amazes me because I know y'all out there. You got 2 strikes against you. You're a black female, so automatically you walk in the door. And a lot of cats, it just is what it is. They like, it shouldn't be like that, but it is what it is. It's a lot of people that's just like, what's she out here doing? Or how did she get in? She got in because somebody got her in, or because this or that. Like, you didn't go through the process, and they don't realize you're going through a harder process than I am. You know what I mean? So I saw you out there doing that, and then how did we? I saw you. I think I found you. You were doing. How did we start talking again? How did I hook back up with you?
So, I mean, we worked on a job site where there were over 300 people at one time. So, you know, I remember we all had morning stretch. So they would get all these people at one time in the morning before we start to get up there and do our stretches, do our arm work, because they didn't want any problems on the job. No, you know, complaints, no injuries or anything like that. So they made us stretch for a good 10 minutes before we even got to our job site. So I believe, you know, you see everybody, you get a chance to look around and see who, you know, who is who you working with. You know, you see other trades. Everybody is, you know, you got the iron workers over here, you got the electricians over here, you got the other trades, you know, just different trades. So you get to see, you know, who you working with, who you know, side by side with, who you about to get on the elevator with, the skip, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, your face look familiar. You know, like you said, I was quiet in high school, still kind of, you know, the same way. But I just believe, you know, you think you know, you're being your outgoing self. Did you go to Maryville? I believe that was the kickoff. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, yeah, you do look familiar. You remember my sister? I'm like, yeah, you know, so still kind of you know, just being a woman, you know, being a Black woman, you just, you know, I don't want to say you have your guards up, but you kind of have your guards up, you know.
Yeah,
so,
no doubt.
You kind of walk around with a chip on your shoulder, just a little bit, just enough to like because this is a male dominated field. You know, I'm the only female on this, not on the job site, but in my group of guys that I'm working with, I'm the only one. So so it's kind of like, you know, I gotta hold my own, you know, I have to, you know.
You don't know people's intentions all the time either. Some of these cats is weak, and so they come up. You know what I mean? The weakest one in the group, he gonna try to go after the woman, because I know I'm better than her. You might not be. You know what I'm saying? You might not be. You might. Matter of fact,
you know.
Nah. So
it was an experience. It was a good experience. I had never been on a job site that big before with that many people.
It was huge.
It was huge.
It was I didn't realize how big that project was, and I don't know if you know, but it's the University of Chicago, Hyde Park. Barack Obama's home was a couple blocks away.
Yes,
like just literally a couple blocks over while he was
president, I believe, right?
While he was president, and so like this was on the map. The architecture of this building was off the chain. They actually, I don't know if you know, they won. Don't get me lying, I don't know the name of the award, but they won an award for that building, the architecture of that building. I believe Jeannie Gang, who is a huge female, she's like the female architect. Matter of fact, let's drop that female. She is the architect to mess with in Chicago. A lot of these designs that y'all see on these buildings that we have the pleasure of doing and building, she is the one that kind of came in there and designed it, her and her team. And so that building actually won an international award, not something in the US, not something in Chicago. The design of that building won an international award. This is dorms on 55th Avenue, if ever you want to see it. It's like the dorms. I believe people just call it the dorms.
Really?
Yeah, it's like that's like the dorms. I mean, it's gotta no. I don't believe any other dorms unless they did some recent stuff. None of them look like that. And so this is Hyde Park. You in Chicago? This is it. Like that was a big deal job.
That was a big
deal job.
It was. And it was a blessing to be.
Yeah.
But
you did your thing.
Yeah. You know, so now I'm like, you know, recalling how it was, you know, being there on that job site. And it was, how long were we there? A year or so?
you might have been there. I ended up just, it's the nature of our trade. I ended up leaving.
Okay.
I saw another opportunity, so I just, what we call drag up in my trade.
Okay.
Yeah, I drug up and went to another company. Nothing was bad. I loved my foreman there. Shout out to Reggie Crockett, man. This dude was just a dope. He was a dope boss. Like Reggie used to, and when I say a dope boss, he was the type of cat that he wanted to see me do better. So he used to keep a foot in my butt, like just yelling at me, asking me why don't you know? Like I don't know. I don't know. It's not an acceptable answer with him. Like, he had been through the ringer. He was a black male that got in the 80s. It was like the 40s when he got in. Like this dude, like literally, he said it was like this. I love Local 63. I do, because I grew up in it and I became a man in Local 63 Ironworkers. But I mean, it was the times at the time. You know what I mean? He said that at the time he got brought out to the job site and they said, I got a new nigga for you.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what he went through. And so him going through that, he was like, look, man, you ain't gonna be cutting no corners with me.
Yeah.
Like when I come to you and I ask you, I was a foreman and he was the general foreman and I was one of the foremen. And he was like, yo, don't be talking about I don't know. Don't be talking about like you don't know where this is at or you don't know where that's at. Like literally, you did not want to go there with him. He was ruthless. Enough about me and that. Let's moving on. What are you doing in life? Why would I choose Angela, and tell us about what's a Lady E? That's not your name.
That is not my first name, but that's the name I'm gonna go by. It's my alias. It stands for Lady Electrician. That's my IG handle, a.lady.e. So if anybody want to follow me on my IG,
follow.
And please press a like to this video and subscribe. Don't forget.
Thank you, because I always forget.
If you like what you hear, you like what you see, go ahead and press a like and a subscribe.
Even if you don't like it.
just support us. How about that? How about that? Real man. But yeah, I am a single Black female entrepreneur. Definitely in the trades. Shout out to the trades. I think I was destined to be in the trades, and I'm not gonna lie. When I did go to Maryville, I took 2 years of welding at the Career Center. And so I feel like I was, my mindset was going towards, that in like an industrial, not, and not in typical woman, position. Like I always thought outside the box, and I always felt comfortable working with men and working around men. It's just different. I have worked around females, and it's a difference, it's a difference. And I vibe with guys more. So I don't know if you want to say I'm in my masculine, energy, but yeah, it's not a lot of cattiness, not a lot of back and forth. You do find some men who, they're into their feminine energy, but they stand out.
Yeah.
They stand out. And so no, I was raised by my dad, single father and everything. So I just, I have that.
We got some conversations to have on the vibe.
Yes, we can. That's a whole nother topic subject. Right. But yeah, no, working in my field has been, it's been very interesting. Like I've had stories upon stories. But for the most part, it has been a positive influence, to me and my family. It has been, it's been its own vibe, but I do not regret the decision of becoming an electrician. I do not regret it at whatsoever. I'm able to be a part of Local 134. Shout out to Local 134 out of Chicago. Yes. Indiana does have its own local 697, but I was fortunate to be able to get accepted into Local 134. It is a 5-year apprentice program.
Woo!
Yes. 5 years of your life.
You got a doctorate in.
Man. Man, and every day you're learning something new, because it's like you will not get a chance to experience everything you need to know. So every day is a learning experience. It's a new experience. But yeah, it's been a good experience. It has been a good one. Kind of going back to the University of Chicago job. What stood out to me most, it was a lot of different things, but I remember one of your coworkers coming up to me. Now, I work for a Black-owned electrical contracting company. And so I was always surrounded by, strong Black men. Okay.
Right.
One of your coworkers, a white man, Jeff, I believe.
Oh.
Yes, honey. So I'm surrounded by, brothers, and he comes right up to me and introduce himself, and they like, what, like, and he did not back down. I don't know what he had in life, but he made a point to come and speak, and was not afraid, of who I was surrounded by. It was not, intimidated about at all. So I feel like you find those type of men in the trade who's just not intimidated, and that like appeals to me, that appeals to me, and it rubs off on you, as a person. It rubs off. That energy definitely rubs off. But that was
Jeff is Jeff. I got love for him. One thing that I do like about the trades is that snap. One thing I do like about the trades is that you do get to meet some people that are. It calls me not to. It calls me in an era of hate to say, well, what about this guy? You have your views on that, and we're gonna let that loose in the vibes. We don't have to touch on that tonight, but it calls me to not fully hate in my heart when I could have hated when the country was going through some of the worst of times, at least in my life. Some of the worst of times where me and people that look like me and you, almost to a certain extent, we had a full right to hate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially, I shouldn't just say people that look like me and you, people that look like me and you and act like me and you. We are upstanding citizens. We go to work every day. And bro, you really looking at me sideways like
you don't belong.
I'm about to hurt you or rob you. I have a hard hat. Like I'm across the street from my job. Why would I rob you? And you're not judging me based on based on like what you see. Take a look. Look at what you see. You think I'm gonna take this hard hat from this job that I got and crack you over your head with it? You got to judge people as people, and it made me almost want to hate. But then there's guys that's in the trade that I count to be my brothers that don't look like me, and have helped me, and they have loved me. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to say, you know what? Not everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not everybody. Yeah. Now that conversation goes deep still, and we're gonna talk about that on the vibes. But the race conversation, because I live every day. If anybody ever gets sick of the race conversation, I'm sorry. It is what it is. I live every day as a Black male. You know what I mean? In a society that's not dominated by people that look like me. And sometimes people want to use that against me. So that's an ongoing conversation. And it's no hate towards anybody. This conversation that I have is never any hate. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I'm up for correction. If you got something to say and it makes sense, I will stand corrected.
I think people know your character, Ron, and they know you. The people who know you, they know you.
Yeah.
And they know that you don't have that type of bone in your body. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly.
People who really know you, they know you, and they know that that your love transcends it to all cultures and all races. Yeah. So I don't think people, I think your friends, the people who know you.
Yeah, the people who know me. I mean,
but some people who know you. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah, people who know me.
I can't speak on everybody else, but
right. But I'm that's a conversation to be had. But we did want to talk about. You mentioned something. You said you wanted to talk about that masculinity. Maybe you work in a male-dominated environment. Maybe you are a woman. Maybe you are a woman that works in a male-dominated environment. Maybe you are a woman that had to stand up and be masculine at times, stand in a man's shoes.
Yeah.
How would you go about turning on feminine energy and attracting the man that you want and need? I had a question for you.
What's the question?
Because you brought this subject up. I didn't bring it up.
Did.
And so I had a question. I actually wrote down, boy, I was gone. I had to finish doing some graphics for tonight's show. But also I wrote down a bunch of notes. My first note
had
that
your
I
wheels
wrote down,
turning.
yeah, right. My wheels started turning. What is a masculine woman? And anybody, look, y'all chime in now. Now we turning into the vibes. You know what I mean? Like, this is the VNO, but I'm handing it over, and this is turning into the vibes now. What, I kind of have my ideas, but what would you say is masculine energy?
So, in my opinion, I feel like everybody's going to have their own viewpoint, right, of what it means to them.
Forget what they think. This on you.
This on me. So, coming from me, I feel like a woman who is in her masculine energy, she portrays, she feels like she has to be masculine. She feels she has to be masculine and sometimes feminine, but more so masculine than feminine, because she has to play that role. She has to play that role of mom and dad, if she has children. She hasn't maybe had a father figure in her life, to, like, she's harder than a woman. Like, she doesn't want to be taken care of by a man because she doesn't trust. She doesn't feel secure with the man or the men that she's encountered. So she's, she almost feels equal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can grind just as much as you can grind. And
yeah,
so I believe and I feel that there is some positivity to it, but there's some negative to it too as well.
Yeah. So you said equal. I believe that she should feel equal. She should feel equal. Liz said, I have been called a masculine woman. She said, girl, yes. I have my own views on that. And this is where we get into the vibes. This is the views and opinion vibes. You know what I'm saying? Greg said a lot of men are intimidated by a strong-minded woman. It forces a woman to think like a man, but act like a woman. Yes. Yeah. But sometimes I think what we get, Greg, is some of these women, they think like a man and act like a man too. And look, Life Coach Jeff chiming in. Hey, he gonna be on the vibes too. Just to let you know, you're gonna get to know Life Coach Jeff. It's my family, but he's also my business family too. And he is a life coach, and he has a lot of he has great views on life. He can help you. Anybody that's looking for a life coach, check out Life Coach Jeff. What is a life coach? Life coach is somebody that those steps that you know inside that you need to take, he will get you there. But my man Jeff said, feminism is that soft and loving touch that only a woman can provide. There's a lot of power in feminism, and it's a great thing. It very much so is. Jeff, I almost need to have you on. We need to tag team this conversation.
Yeah. We definitely need some coaching on that. Like,
look, if you don't know Greg Gray, you will get to know Greg Gray here on the VNO Vibes. Greg was just on before you came on. Okay. And Greg is a comedian. Greg is a producer. Greg is an all-around go-getter. And he is the man behind Dope Living TV, the brand, Dope Living TV Network, the brand, and we will be working closely with them. Yeah, he a comedian. I said that first. Sometimes I can't even finish what I'm trying to say, and Greg be chiming in. My sister Brandy said, me too, Liz. We get forced into that sometimes. I used to be called a man. So my ladies. Liz said, no Adam's apple here. She clapping back at Greg. And Angela, I mean, come at me if I'm wrong, but I'm speaking for men here when I say that I can handle a strong viewpoint. I don't want to fight with anybody.
Mm.
And I wrote down a note here, and I said, on this note, I said, powerful masculine men will fight if they have to, but they will try to avoid fights at all costs. A masculine man will not continue to fight with a woman. He'll just leave.
I agree with that.
He'll just leave. If you look at, thank you, Greg. I got some backup. If you look at great leaders, great leaders, look at Martin Luther King, even Malcolm X. People say he was militant, but Malcolm X only spoke violence when it was necessary.
Yeah.
You know, he did say by any means necessary.
Yeah.
So we wasn't going out just busting heads. An intelligent man is not just going out looking for a fight. Because if you get locked up, then you can't do nothing.
Right.
you locked up. You know what I mean? I mean, or if you lose or if something bad happens, or you know in your mind, we're only fighting if we have to. So if I am in a relationship and I constantly have to fight and it sucks energy away from what I am trying to accomplish in life, then it's hard.
It's a losing battle. Yeah.
It's a losing battle. It's a matter of fact, here's why. And it's not even about me just like leaving because, oh, I'm in my feelings. No, it's about this. Us together, we can move a lot. We can move mountains. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We can move mountains. I can move this smaller hill by myself. If we fight and we can't do nothing,
yeah,
I'll settle for the hill. I settle for hill after hill until I get to that mountain, rather than just not be able to do nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I feel like I definitely agree. I'm gonna piggyback off of that because I feel like certain women they feel that way, like they agree with you on that because you can do bad all by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need help. I can make mistakes. I could do bad by myself. But if and I have been in a relationship like this, so I'm speaking from experience.
Mm-hmm.
If we're not growing together, if we're not working together, we're always, bumping heads and, I don't feel secure or safe, in this relationship. I'm not going to relinquish my feminine energy to you. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm going to have a wall up.
Yeah.
And so, but I feel like in order for us women to find a masculine man and to be comfortable with him, we have to be in our feminine energy first before we get with a man. So you have to like know yourself, somewhat be healed, from some past trauma.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to kind of, I don't know, you have to know yourself. You can't be, I don't know. I want to say damaged, but like you just, I feel like you have to, in order for you to get to that point, you have to find out what it is that you need and what you feel that can bring and add to you before you get into a relationship.
As a woman,
as a woman,
and that's the thing. Communication.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, because you know what you need.
Yeah,
he might not know. Yeah, so you know what? And here's, I'm about to say something. Let me see what Greg got to say before I got to say. Greg, I need you to back me up on this, bro. Like, I'm about to say something, and he says, "Speak, Ron. Let the woman add to the progression and sometimes lead the effort. We as men need to understand that we don't know everything, and there is nothing wrong with letting her lead. That's not being masculine. That's being a partner." Absolutely, Greg. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Part of being a leader is this: knowing that when somebody's better at you than something.
Yeah.
Part of being a leader is saying, I know I can bowl a 300, I can play in a basketball game and I can shoot and I can hit 40 points, but football, I might not be good at football, but then you got a partner over here, like, I could be that. We can be a team, you know what I mean? But being a great leader, and I learned this ironworking. I ran the largest building going in Chicago during the pandemic. I didn't run the whole building for my company. I ran the project for my company. Wow. And I ain't gonna tell you, it was very disheartening because, boy, we was going through a time in the country once again, and here I go again. But the racists came out. Like, sometimes people would you could see the passive aggressiveness in people. I'd be like, I'm just coming to work trying to do what I have to do. So if they see a black man walking around with an iPad or where you don't have a tool in your hand, they just like, well, you ain't doing nothing, huh? Bro, first of all, you don't even, like, who are you to tell me what I'm supposed to be doing? But I get into
told you what to do. I told you what to do.
I learned how to be a leader, and being a leader was this. Most of those guys was there that were there. They could do what we were doing better than me. I should say guys and ladies, because I got a homegirl. She nasty with it. Yeah. Like, you ask her to do something, and she was crazy with it. Like, she could take a rail. We were doing the rails there. We did a canopy at One Chicago Square, downtown Chicago, and State Street, right across the street from Holy Name Cathedral. And I didn't have time. It was a 70-story building. It was 60 stories on top of a 10-story with another 50-story on the other side. Ooh. It took me an hour just to get down and get to the other building. If I was going from 40 in one building just to go to the other building, it took me an hour. Bro, why? I don't have no tools in my hand because I got to be a leader. Somebody got to. But what I learned was these guys know how to do this better than me. So I'm going to empower them to do this better than me. And that's part of being the leader, is empowering somebody. Yes. You empower them to do what you can't. Yes. Or sometimes you got to empower them to do what you might want to do, but you just got to let them do it. Yeah. Yep. You know what I'm saying? We've got a lot of comments. People are really okay.
I'm gonna turn my heat on. I'm freezing.
No, go ahead. Do your thing. I'm about to go and what up, Doe? This my girl right here. I think it's two-sided. We can all do bad by ourselves, but usually a man sets the tone in the relationship, and if he does not provide safety and security, then you will not get a feminine woman. You dang near in the same sex relationship with that boy.
Look, yeah, I heard that.
Thank you, Dorian. Honestly, she's right. She's right. Safety and security. I got something to add to that. What I also noticed is this, and I'm about to get to everybody else's comments, but I got to tell women, you can break a man down, and that don't mean he's not a great leader. And I forget women. Let's keep this, because I don't want to put this on women. Let's say in a leadership environment where you have a leader and you have followers. Have you ever seen a leader get broken down by the people around that leader, whether it be male, female? I don't want to say around him, but that leader get broken down by they come into, like, let's call it a work relationship. They come into work, everybody complaining. You got such and such that just won't show up on time. You know what I mean? You got this person over here messing up their job. And then not only that, when he tries to help, they on his back. We don't need you. Or whatever. Anyway, and then you see, I've seen great men get broken down in a leadership role. Were they not strong? No. I mean, it was something lacking there. You gotta fall back, and you need to have something to empower yourself again. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. God, whatever it is, you got to have something. But man, you can really get broken down,
built back up.
Yeah, something to build you back up. Yeah, something to build you back up. Relationship is different because at times y'all supposed to be the one to build each other up. And if you constantly having a bad day, or you constantly on this person's back, or you constantly, it's hard to build them up. And so you talk about security, but when you build your man up, you're creating your security.
You're right.
If he don't hear, I mean, I see some men that's just broke. You know what I'm saying? They great men, good dudes. Seriously. I mean, like, some of these cats are just great dudes, and they tell me what's going on at home. And I'm like, oh man, oh, you know, they are broken. They are broken. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't get no
encouragement.
And no encouragement. Yeah.
I think
human.
Sometimes, yeah.
That's not men or women. That's human.
That's human. Yeah.
That's a human trait. That's something that people need, not men or women. You know, we live in a society, sugar and spice and everything nice, and the man just, well, they always tell, we are in our society, women have always been told, or men have always been taught rather, to, this is what you have to do for a woman. This is what you have to do. You know, you open the doors, or you do this, you do that for them. And then women get taught, like, it's almost like if you took man out of it, it's almost like you got a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, cook for him. Put some food in his bowl. Hump on him. You know what I'm saying? Like what?
Yeah. Good dog. Good dog.
Yeah, good dog. Like, and then they think that is the whole of a man. I'm a person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you can't just do that and then you look at me like, why ain't you happy? Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need love. I need understanding. Yeah. Now let's get into masculinity. I also need somebody to, when I say go, to go, because we ain't got time to fight. Both of us about to get shot. I say, if you got an argumentative woman and she don't recognize your lead, and you see my man got a gun back here, and you like, baby, let's run it. Well, why we got to run? You always, you know what? Bye.
you don't get Lot's wife. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Right. But, right. Yeah. Thank you.
Don't be looking back. Like,
right. Thank you, Angela. I'm glad you brought it up, because, you know, Lot's wife, he tried to get her up out of there. Like, baby, let's go. Like, come on. And she was like, well, we got to go.
It ain't that bad. It's worse out there than in here. At least,
right.
You know, yeah.
Right.
So I feel like it's not just one-sided. You know, we all play a part, you know, in our relationships, and you know, you have to think. You know, you definitely have to sit back and reflect on, man, you know, okay, if I wanted to go this way, you know, maybe I should do this, or maybe I should do that, you know, I don't think a lot of people, I know I didn't sit back like, okay, if I want him to accomplish this and do this, maybe I should do this. Maybe I should just encourage him more. I like this part about him. And, you know, some of us don't really have good examples in relationships. I don't feel like I had the best of examples. Like, I didn't see a lot of, you know, communication, like positive communication, you know, from, you know, your parents is your first, you know, example of, you know, what a relationship looks like. Right. And so if you don't have a positive one, then, you know, if you see your dad, you know, not really working, but your mom going out and working, you know, it just depends on what you see. You know, it's what you're programmed into accepting, you know, in your relationship. And so you kind of like mimic, you know, what you've seen.
Right.
And, you know, not realizing that, man, this is going to play a part, you know, on how I love, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so for me personally, now that I'm older, you know, I reflect back on what I saw as a child growing up. I didn't see a lot of affection, not a lot of physical affection towards I had a stepmom. So I I didn't see that. So it was difficult for me to display that even in my own marriage. So I do have to, admit to that. And
that's a whole conversation to be
man,
had in our community. Yeah, in our
yeah.
community. Yeah.
I'm like, people do that? Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
because it wasn't what I was accustomed to seeing, and that wasn't my love language.
Mm-hmm.
So, I feel like whoever you get with, understand their love language, because we all love differently.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know what? Speaking of relinquishing leadership roles, let me go ahead and do this right here. Switch roles. There's the throne right there. You can.
I love your background. I ain't got no background.
Yeah, right. You could go ahead. This is Gina. Gina, this is what do you want to be called on here? On what's your? Are you gonna go? You can't just go by a lady.
I can't do my alias. I shouldn't do my alias. Okay.
No, you can do. You want LA. I mean, it just sounds weird. Like if I be like a lady here.
Oh, okay.
What lady?
Okay. You could do Angela or
Angela.
Angie.
Okay. Gina. This is Angela. Angela. Gina. Gina is a dope. Before we read that, Gina is a dope author. She writes children's books, and she is throwing an awards ceremony in Las Vegas.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yes. She's doing her thing, and it's coming up. I hope I got the right one here. Well, production for me is just horrible.
That was dope.
Yeah, November 9th is coming up. It's some dope artists from this area, from all around, actually.
Wow.
All around. And she's gonna have this she's actually also doing where you can you don't have to be in person. Gina, please send me, or actually what we can do is Gina no problem. But I gotta highlight you. You know what I'm saying? This is about to be dope. I'm excited. I want to try to make it. Actually, can you please, Gina, put the ticketing information in the chat, and then we'll pin that for you. Because y'all, you can get tickets if you want to go to Vegas and check her out. You can go to Vegas and check her out. If you want to stay at home, you can check her. You can check out this event at home. She has ticketing information where you can chime in remotely and check this event out. Y'all, she doing big things. She got some new promos, and I'm gonna run those. And Gina, if you drop that in the comment section, we will pin that for you for the ticketing information. But I'm gonna go ahead and put her comment back up, Angela, and I'll let you go ahead since you're on the throne and read it.
Okay. Miss Gina says, many times a man categorizes a woman with her own thoughts and opinions as disrespectful. True. I'm blessed to have someone who accepts my strengths and weaknesses. He understands I am entitled to my own opinion. He lets me take the lead with what I am well versed in. Okay, and vice versa.
Look, Gina, didn't nobody ask you to get on here caking. That's my homegirl. She got on here throwing kudos to her man, pushing it all up in everybody else's face.
Well, I think when people have relationships like that, I think that you can tell because you see them grow and you see them thrive. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like I feel like those type of relationships do exist. And, hope to find one day. But yeah, no, I think you can tell when couples are in those types of relationships, you see them blossom. You like, dang, you see I feel like the Beyoncés and the Jay-Z's, you know what I'm saying? Like you feel that power couple because they're like on one accord, you know what I'm saying? Like they're moving mountains, instead of hills, they're moving mountains. Yeah.
Dorian said, I call you. I'm sorry, Michelle B. She said, well, she had a previous comment, and I wanted to highlight this because I actually had something to say about it. She said, man, we all look. I'm losing it. Let's go to. Ooh.
That's ooh. That's a good one. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm about to rock some boats here, and then I'm gonna try to get on because they having a whole. Can you see the comment section?
No, I can't. I was like, I don't see nothing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to give you because I'm all behind, and they having a whole. I appreciate y'all for having this conversation. This is dope. Thank y'all so much for having this conversation in the comment section.
But how do I pull it up, Brian?
She said honesty, and I see this a lot. Look, y'all. I'm speaking right now. Y'all might try to fry me for this, but I'm speaking in generalizations because you have to, because we're talking about men as general and women as general. I don't find myself to be general. I'm different. I hate to say look, everybody say that they different, but I really am. As I look around, I find myself to be just not the same as a lot of cats. You know what I'm saying? Since I was a kid. But I find that women in general, a lot of times you will say something to them and they don't really know how to take anything that's perceived as negative. Even when I've had women in the field, how do I come to you and say, look, if you was a dude, I'd come and be like, look, man, you F this all up. Go back and do it again. What the heck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with you? But if you say that to a woman, you say honesty. I'm being honest. I honestly think you messed this up. But if I say that to her like that, now I gotta use this extra brain power. In a relationship, okay, I kind of understand. But sometimes there's no good way to say things. And a lot of times you will find men being honest, but y'all don't really want to hear honesty. Y'all don't really want to hear honesty. Yo, Greg, where you at? I'm sweating. Like Coach Jeff, come save me. Dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you
say. What do you say?
When it comes to honesty, yeah, I'm a deep sound that one because yeah.
She ain't got no. Look. My sister. I love you. I highlighted you on this show. I can't agree. Life is ugly. It's some ugly things in life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How do you sit down and talk about since our son passed away, and I'm just using this as an example. What's the nice way to say since our son passed away, you've been depressed and you haven't done anything, and we're around here lacking. I'm falling apart, but I'm still trying to move. How do you say get up and move? How do you when the ugly things happen in life and you're in a relationship? It ain't no nice way. It's not going to be perceived, no matter what way I say it, as nice.
Yeah.
It's some things in life that it ain't no way to say. You can't sugarcoat it. Especially in a relationship. I'm using work, but especially in a relationship. Tone and inflection is everything. Yes.
Men are also human at times, and so exactly, let them be told honestly, and they can't, and they can't take it. Life is ugly. Tone and inflection. They can't take it. What do you think? Have you ever been told something, and no matter, even if you know, that's the thing. You Liz, I feel you. You say tone and inflection, but you have to understand you're putting something non-human on a human being. I'm frustrated too. But in the end, if we're in a relationship, we need to take care of this. At some point in time, I had to force myself to come to you and say, hey, yo, it's a note on our door to say that we need to, our house is just crazy looking. We need to fix up the outside of it. And let's say it's a woman going to a man, or whatever the case. In a relationship, it's just some ugly things that have to be said. And if you know deep down in your heart that it's the truth, you can't sit there and fight that person. You can't expect them to come with tone and inflection because they going through it. The fact that I came to you and said something is a move. That's my mama.
That's okay.
What say ye, Angela?
I mean, I'm just reading the comments.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
LL, with honesty, there's a good and bad way. I agree with that, to say something, because I definitely agree with that. Like if you've been slacking and then you want to come and tell me your honesty about me, but you've been slacking, it's going to hit a little different. You know what I mean? Because then you're going to be like, well, let me tell you about yourself. Like you don't understand. I feel like that's where the back and forth goes. Like, oh, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you just hit something. You just hit something that's key. That happens in a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
With it's like I came to you and I'm telling you something, and then you ain't saved me, boy. Get out of here. You didn't come on time. How you gonna run up in the burning house with the fire extinguisher already burnt down?
I like Brandy's comment. You can come and say, I know we've been having a hard time, but it's time to turn this into a positive. Yeah.
Look, I got lost. Thank you for doing that. Yes, you are in the king/queen seat right there. So you helping me out because I lost. Y'all are dope, man, for real. Dope Living has come over to the VNO today because y'all are having a whole conversation about this, which conversations need to be had. What I was saying before was a lot of times we're in this situation. Baby, we got company coming over. I'm coming home from work late. Can you please just clean the living room? You don't ever clean up.
You left all your stuff. I gotta come.
Right, but now you got company, baby. Look, it is 6 o'clock. At 6:30, we have company coming over. Now we can discuss what I don't do later, but right now I have. No, I ain't look, and now I'm mad, and now we. So what happens is, I think a lot of times, you not hold in a relationship, whether you're a man or a woman, you aren't holding the peace if you don't say anything. You aren't, because what happens is you not holding the peace, you holding the hate and the anger on the inside, because like you said, he'll come to you and say, hey, baby, you've been doing yada yada yada. You like, you've been lacking too. What you don't come to me and tell me I gotta do?
I'm so guilty because I'm like, yes, I will admit I am guilty. Like, you're gonna bring my faults to me, but you have a whole list of your own that you don't pay no attention to.
So it should, Dory, thank you, Dory. You say she saved me, life coach Jeff. See something, say something, or expect nothing. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen in relationships is that, yeah, when you see something, say something. Look, saying something is love, man. Saying something to somebody that's gonna better them is love. It's not, if you in a relationship, you gotta have communication. You don't just you don't just not say nothing. Sonia, always tuning in. Sonia, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight you. Thank you again for tuning in. Yes, it's the whole point of allowing space for each of you to be human and honest about what isn't working. Yeah, and also me as a perfectionist, I will say this, because I'm hard on myself. A lot of times, what happened is that you can't fix everything. Mm-hmm. Men are fixers too. A lot of times, you said your man will come to you. Men, sometimes women just want to talk, men want to fix it. So don't come to me. We have to learn as men to just listen sometimes, but don't come to me if you just want me to sit down and listen to you, because I'm gonna try to fix it. I'm a leader. You don't bring your broken car to me if you don't want to fix, just to talk about your car and then go and drive away with it broken. If you a real man, that's gonna hurt a little bit. You're gonna be like, wait a second, where you going? I just wanted to talk about the car. Well, yes, I agree with you. I agree. I agree with you, Sonia. I really do. Thank you. Ladies are coming through. Life Coach Jeff -1. -1. You know what? Kyle got my back. What up, Kyle? One has to be introspective. If you have a complaint about me, my response shouldn't be what you not doing. Kyle, come on now. Thank you, man. Thank you, Kyle. That should not be, because it just defeats the purpose. Now everybody walk away from the table and nothing's been solved.
Yeah.
Nothing has been solved. Greg coming. Thank you. Kyle, man, look. Hold on. Where's my thumb at? I'm terrible at this. Kyle, as soon as I find my big thumb, you about to get it. Oh, no homo. Kyle gets the thumb. Thank you, Kyle. Greg about to say something very that we want to hear. Let me take my thumb off. He said pause. Yeah, pause. My bad, bro. Oh man, I got all kinds of people chiming in. Well, thank you, Paul Pullen. What up, bro? We got a newbie here. I think Paul, you just got married not too long ago. Well, to fix the car, we got to talk about what's wrong with it first, right? Shooting my shot. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you. You are appreciated. What Greg said, back and forth, it's too much work. Agree to disagree and move on. I'm definitely guilty of standing on my principle, but that's the right way. No, I'm still growing.
Yeah.
There's a dynamic in a relationship where if you want your man to lead, let him lead. So at the end of the day, a decision must be made. You know what I'm saying? I got so much to say about the dynamic of a male and female relationship that a lot of y'all would really jump on me and wouldn't agree with. But it's cool. We live in this feminist society and it's nothing wrong with feminism. Actually, there is. I'll just shut my mouth there.
Because this is views and opinions. So you got to share your view and opinion, because you never know how that would affect somebody else. Your comments, your views, and your opinions might, wake somebody else up. Like, I was thinking that same thing.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, you saying that's what they would be saying.
Somebody else might say.
Right. Thank you, Jeff. You finally came through, man, with the fire. Life Coach Jeff. Kyle said a mouthful right there. The blame game is never a good way to enter into a discussion. The best way to ensue an argument. You are not lying. You are not lying. That's it. She said people also need to extend the grace they give to themselves. Oh, yes. I agree. There are so many people that speak more than they listen. I agree.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with you. There are people that speak more than they listen. I speak a lot, but part of the reason that this podcast came about is because I do like to listen. I say it all the time on this show. I have a need to understand, which makes my life hard, because some people don't want you to understand them. They really don't, man. It's made my life real hard. Some people just like you prying, and some people have been so hurt that they take it as he trying to get inside because he want to hurt me. I'm trying to get inside because I want to understand. You know, where is this coming from? I don't read minds. You know you, I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Paul said, just married, so I'm learning. Men do. Look, Paul, don't be talking too much, man. You just said it. You just no, I'm messing with you, man. He said you don't want to get in the doghouse. He said men do want to just get to fixing things a lot of times. I'm like this myself. Yeah, bro, that's men. He says, but I'm learning that now one of the most important things in my relationship is just have an open ear because there are things to be talked about. Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kyle, I agree with you, man. It's hard to help a hurt dog. It really is. It really is, man. You sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's you ever see like we are animalistic to a certain extent. And you ever see like a hurt animal like this deer got a beer 6-pack a little wrapper wrapped around his neck, he dying, and with his last breath he gonna try to bite me. Like you know what? Humans act like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm trying to get my finger in there and snip it off. And yes, it is hard to help a hurt dog. Well, people always just look, Dorian, we was cool. I'm taking you up. Yes, it is.
Trauma, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. Like you trying to give them another breath. And it's like, but to give you another breath, I got to get close to you. I know you see these scissors, but I'm not trying to stab you with them. I'm trying to cut this off because you've been you know how many people have been bit by a hurt dog? Michelle B. Like the dog dying. He frothing at the mouth. You just want to give him this shot so he ain't got rabies no more. He bites you. Now both of y'all got rabies.
Yeah, a lot of good comments. Kyle said, but if your partner continues to complain about the issue and brings that negativity and energy home daily, at what point can we address the issue? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at what point?
Yeah. I say bring up the issue. And once you bring it up, if you know that this person is working on it, that's when we got to have a little space to let each other be human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At least you know that this is an issue, but don't sit up here and act like it's not an issue. If you fight me every time I bring you an issue, then nothing's going to be solved. And I don't even know whether you're working on it or not. I don't know whether you're working on it. Matter of fact, I get to a point I don't even want to know whether you're working on it. Dorian, if you ain't got no dog, man, why you talking about it? It's easy to help her. I'm messing with you. Thank you. You're right.
I like Candy's comment. She said, yeah, but do you blame the hurt dog if it's the same person who hurt them trying to help them? Like, how can you tell the difference, from the help than the hurt? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is, I sympathize with that comment because it's like, you've hurt me in the past. So how do I know I'm not being tricked? Like, how do I know that you're not trying to get to know me, get close to me just to hurt me all over again?
Yeah. I guess you're right.
It's like, I'm gonna let you. You did it to me once, twice. What Bill President Bush say?
You ain't
gonna do it again.
Fool me once. Shame on me.
Yeah.
Fool me twice. Shame on me. Fool me another time.
Yeah. Yep. Like, at what point do you allow that person back in? Like, and then for them to do it again, and you be like, oh heck, because you almost broke me. Now you're trying to break me. I know that's the feeling I felt like, or you keep doing it. So now you're just trying to break my spirit. Like, now you're just trying to break me. Now I can't let you break me.
Because there's levels of hurt, and some people are broken on the first level. Some of y'all just weak. Oh, I didn't mean to say that.
Views and opinions. Views and
Views
opinions.
and opinions. Y'all, please let me have my view and opinion. And because me and Life Coach talked about this. We talked about the society that we live in 2 weeks ago. That was 2 weeks ago. Nini was 3 weeks ago, but we talked about the society that we live in of weak people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody always hurt. Sometimes
we a hurt society. You got to think about, systematically we're hurt, right? You got to think about the rate as a race, we're hurt. As as a people, we're hurt. We've been hurt. Our land was stolen from us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we come from trauma. What?
That's what my sister said. Sometimes you just don't know how to say stuff.
So and this is what I
we got look, Greg always talking about Angela, in case you don't know, Greg gonna act like that he ain't never on the show. Greg got a key to the door. Right now, Greg will pop on. Bro, why don't you just come on and have a conversation with Angela? He got a key to the door. Everybody ain't got a key to the door. Greg can pop on at any given time. He can pop up in this show and put himself on the screen.
Well, come on, Greg.
Come on, Greg.
Come on, Greg. He's your man, Craig. Like, yeah.
Kyle said everybody needs validation. Love yourself. Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah.
We're in a society.
Yeah.
It's not me. It's not me. Love yourself. You can't even hear if you and I preach this on this show. You know why? Because I had to learn how to love myself.
Yeah.
I mentioned Reggie. And I said Reggie used to cold cuss me out. He did.
Somebody said, "Don't invite Greg."
Don't invite Greg. That's Marcy. That's the other side of Dope Living TV. Angela, you gotta check out Dope Living TV. There's some dope individuals on there. And my sister gonna try to, look. I see. I grew up with you, dude. You got the inside scoop. Look here. I've changed as a person. I'll over-explain now. So even if I do come out and say something that you don't like, I will fully explain myself. Now we live in a society of people that really don't want to hear your explanation sometimes.
Yeah.
That's not. If you know me, Angela, you said it. If you know me and you're hurt by me, I don't know what else to do. It's people that have hurt me 10 times over that I still got love for you, and I'm gonna still do you the right way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people that you do the right way, you do a little bit the wrong way. Me and my homegirl Deidre have this conversation all the time. She be on petty times 10. She really do. She's a good person. She dates women, and she actually made the statement. This is the VNO vibes, y'all. This is my homegirl. I got so much love for her. She made the statement. She said, shoot, I hope they don't be coming to me after they done with men, because they're gonna go back to men.
Oh.
Cause she get these people. She does. She gets these people that she's a human being. Let's just look at it as human. And she gets these people that she treat them so right, and she go so much above the human standard at times that they set this bar so high for her that when you go and the tiger don't bite, and you then slapped it in the head and bust them in the mouth, and then the tiger turn around and bite you, then you'd be like, ooh, this tiger didn't go crazy. Like Chris Rock said, the tiger went tiger. You know what I'm saying? You got certain people that live up to this standard of love, that you love on people so much that when you finally do have enough, when you're finally fed up and you lose it, you're displaying human traits, but they don't give you no space for that. The person that is loved,
You know what I'm saying? They don't give you no space for that. I found myself in that a lot. And you know what? Here's where I'm at. Look, man, for those that I have loved and you ready to cut me off, please do it. Just cut me off. I can't take this pain no more of loving you. You know what I'm saying? If you ready to cut me off, cut me off. Cause for me, I mean, I do people right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like my sister said, maybe I don't always say things the right way. But you don't understand how I search my heart at times trying to say things the right way. But even if I haven't said it the right way, I've shown you. My stepfather, I love him with all my heart. I don't believe he's ever told me that he's loved me out of his mouth.
Not once?
I don't think so.
You can't recall?
No.
Even as an adult?
Even as an adult.
Oh, wow.
I'm not putting him out there. I'm saying this. I believe that he grew up in a certain type of environment where that wasn't said. Yeah. But I tell you what, when my back was against the wall, guess who was there for me?
Yeah.
When I was hurting, guess who was there?
Yeah.
When I needed him, guess who was there? Bro, you ain't got to say it out your mouth. His actions. Thank you, Mom.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom. I'm not highlighting him to say me and my sister set up, and I'm a softie. He's more of an action type dude. Thank you. And I hope y'all not hurt by me saying this, but this is the B&O Vibes, and this is my show. I gotta let it. This ain't my show no more. This is Angela's, but I gotta let myself be shown, because I say that. I didn't say that to say that I hate him for that. I'm saying that to say, hey man, I'll take your action over your words all day. Straight up, all day. Like I said, Reggie used to cuss me out. He's my boss. He used to keep a foot in my butt, and all I seen was love. You know what I'm saying? Every now and again, he'll pull me to the side and be like, look, man, I said this because, yeah, there was some explanation too. But you got to be able to see the love through your own hurt and feelings. You can't attack somebody. This is not a self-service statement. Really, it's not. Really, it's not. Because I see it happening in our society a lot. Like I said, I work with a lot of hurt men, and it's not just men. There's women out there too. That you didn't took care of your man and did this for him and did that for him and did this for him, and all he see is the wrong. You ain't done this though. Yeah, that's not right. Well, you look at her actions. You know, look at her actions. You said that you was a hard woman, Angela.
Yeah. So I was raised by my dad. He lost his parents at a very early age. He lost his mom like at 1 and his dad at 16. So he didn't really have that like affection from a parent. You know what I'm saying? So he couldn't give me what he didn't have.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I never really saw, just the physical affection like growing up. So I have to like be aware of how I treat my children. And then, it's as far as physical affection, because I show it by actions. But as far as, and I tell them I love them, but as far as the physical, like touch, the physical embrace and stuff like that, like the older they get, when they were young and babies, of course, I have that natural motherly, nurturing, but like as the older, as they get older, I'm like, they probably don't want me to, love on them and kiss on them and stuff. They're teenagers. So, but no, they do, and then I find myself doing it, and then they just eat it up, So, but in my relationships, I was told that I could display that type of, energy. I'm not super affectionate. And I'm like, well, what do other people do? Because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They be kissing and secretly hate each other.
I'm like, I'm like, well, what is,
they be kissing and don't communicate.
Like? Like, what does a super affectionate person look like? Like, you hang, I don't like, I'm clue. I have to Google it. Like, I don't know. You know,
that's
like,
and so what I led you into this, but I think like maybe they should have given you a little bit of room. Like you said it earlier, but I showed it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If a meal was on the table, we said Kyle said thug life. You learned thug life.
I learned the thug life. I'm a thug.
Right. I didn't cook this rice and beans. Why don't you shut up about a hug?
You know, or my dad would his physical affection is he would let his beard grow out a little bit to where it was like his hair would, you know what I'm saying? And then he would rub his face against mine. And I'm like, this hurts. Like, what, you know, like, what are you? But yeah, he would give me a hug and then he would rub his face against my face. And then I would be left with like a prickly, you know, it was like, okay, Dad, you know, thanks for the rough hug. You know, it was weird. You know, it was just
So you just you know, it's crazy. I think I might be just a little bit like that. To a certain extent. I like hugs. Everybody to know me, like I like to hug people. I like, you know, but to like be like up under somebody, it's always been a little hard for me. I think because I don't know. I don't know if it's because I grew up a certain way. I grew up around some women, some women.
Explain that.
They look, I'm at a loss for words. They boy, you was gonna get the rod.
Oh, okay.
I said moisturizer. No, hey Kyle, check this out, bro. Angela don't know this yet, but you're gonna be on the VNO vibes. I don't know if I'm gonna be there because I don't know how y'all gonna be talking, but I have a reputation to uphold. But you, when I had this thought of the vibes, man, I had you, my cousin. I don't know if she here tonight. She is chime in, but she gonna be on the vibes because and I'm gonna just let y'all have it. We might have to actually create a Patreon that people actually got to pay to see this. Because thank you, my grandmother she very much so led with a rod. My mom at times, you know, and I understood like my mom, especially when I was little. I'm not putting our business out there, Mom. You might want to click off, but but my mom at times she could be kind of, you know, she's changed a lot. My mom has changed a lot, and this is a whole nother show. My mom had gone through some things, and actually it's something to be said. My mom had a hysterectomy. And unbeknownst to us, some of her, she had it when she was younger, and I kind of remember the change. She tended to, her emotions was all over the place, and sometimes she was, you know, she was a woman. She got kind of hard, you know, with us. At times, I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not watching my mother. I love my mother, man. I love you to the depths of my soul. And it just is what it is. As a grown man, I understand. It just is what it is, and so. Sometimes it wasn't a hug, but I noticed she loved us. You know what I mean? And now, like, I didn't got more hugs. Look, my mother is, you see, she on here. She'll be the first one and the last one on here. You want to talk about support?
Okay.
She is, look, every man that's on here, ain't nobody ever gonna love you. Ain't nobody ever gonna love you like your mother.
Yeah.
Angela, me and you had talked about this. Don't go. This is where baby boys come from. Is don't go into your relationship thinking that you about to get your mama. There are what's the word I'm looking for? Attachments or
I mean,
there are stipulations.
Yeah.
In a relationship. Some folks be crying about it. Some people go as hard as to say a relationship is a contract. Come on, let's not be that hard about it. But also, you can only love somebody that you didn't shoot out of your vagina to a certain extent. I do understand that. Like we've got some men that just want a mama.
Yeah.
Bro, you ain't gonna find another mother. You've had it, and if she's gone, I'm sorry, my heart hurts for you, but you're not gonna find another one. You can't go into this relationship thinking that somebody your mama and they gonna love you through. They'll love you through thick and thin, but sometimes things will get a little too thin. Get up, wash your behind, go to work, wash your behind.
Yeah.
Go to work.
Business. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
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 I definitely agree with that. Yeah, I've yet to come across that type of masculine, that type of man, the mama's boy. But I think that I don't think I would attract that because that just is weak to me, and so I've yet to come across that type of individual, but
they out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Out there. Yes. I'm
ladies,
fully aware.
I'm about to highlight myself. I know you in the king seat.
Go ahead.
I'm not your daddy. Some of y'all nasty. He's not your daddy. I know you have issues, but you can't go in a relationship looking for your daddy. You can't. This is the other side of it. Don't nobody say this because it's a lot of nasty men out there. He say he want to be your daddy, but he really don't.
I was gonna go and look over the comments. Some of the comments.
Right. My sister owned one. She said, "Lord knows there are a lot of looking for a mama." Well, listen to me. He ain't your daddy. Because there are some women out there that they want a daddy. They want to be taken care of.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So a woman that wants to be taken care of, is that not a feminine woman?
And taken care of. There are stipulations on the other side too. You said
a woman who wants to be taken care of, is that not a feminine woman, or how would you categorize that?
No, because I think you looking at you got to understand, Angela, there are
taking care of, like not doing anything, like what do you know? Okay,
yeah.
So you mean that type of?
Yeah, I think it's some women that want to. This the other side of baby boy, is baby girl.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Is that gonna be the next?
Let me hold my hand though, because I might have to sound like that. That might be.
Yeah, I'm like, you might need to trademark that.
Baby girl. Yeah. And you might not know about this because we grew up. I don't think there was baby girls out there. I think now more so. You probably got more baby girls now. And we grew up in the area of baby boys.
Yeah.
Now you got baby girls. You got women that I mean, it gets extensive. They really just want to be taken care of. That means nothing else. Nothing else. If you die, I'm gonna just give me another one. Somebody just taking care of me. Like they don't want to do anything. I don't think you have a bone like this in you. Most of the women that I'm surrounded by, y'all ain't got these bones. Like,
yeah, I didn't know
they out there. Y'all know.
I ain't gonna lie. It's hard to believe. I don't want to say never, but it's just like, really, like in 2022, you got that exists. Yeah,
they exist. And let me tell you this: just as baby boys hurt good men, baby girls hurt good women. Because now you got this is where trust kind of comes from. Look at what I said. No, I don't know nothing about that. I think we got all kinds of people. What up? I definitely want to be taken care of while still taking care of him as well. That's it. Yeah. And that's it. He said, no, I don't know nothing about that.
Hold on. Kyle said we in Kevin Samuel territory.
A little bit, yeah. We a little bit in there. We're a little bit in there.
Yeah.
We're a little bit in there. Because you know why? It's hot in here.
Did we talk about
Kyle, keep your trigger finger ready.
This conversation about Mr. Kevin Samuels.
Yeah. And Kyle, keep your trigger finger ready. A lot of things he said, he was right.
You know, I'm gonna have to co-sign, ladies. Don't shoot the messenger. What's it say?
All right, y'all, it's been real.
Yeah. But a lot of what you said, I feel plays a part. You know, a lot of women feel like they want a 6-figure, type of a man, no kids. But then they have like 5 kids and like work at McDonald's. I think he expressed to women like everybody needs to stay in their lane, or not women, but men too. Like everybody needs to stay in their lane. Yeah. And then I think you need to know what your lane is. Mm-hmm. Like look at your situation, mm-hmm. and yes, you can shoot for the stars and for the moon, but just stay in your lane. I don't know. Everybody can chime in. I think
I appreciate you, Angela, because I'm getting some trigger fingers on one side, and I got. I'm glad that y'all hung in there with me.
He said, "Oh no, I'm gonna head out."
People just voluntarily hurt one side. Yes. And the thing is that he got sound bited a lot. Where, if you ever hear me, I talk about getting sound bited. We do that, and I can't watch the news because they sound bite people. Even the worst people, they'll sound bite them and make them out to be even worse. Yeah. And when you get sound bited, somebody takes a whole conversation, take one word, one phrase you said out of it, and that's the wholeness of you now to ignorant people. Oh, did I just say that? Sorry. Yes, to ignorant people that don't want to listen, people that don't want to check in, people that actually believe that a human being, this is the wholeness and this is what they said. Mm-hmm. Kanye West put on White Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to trigger me and tell me like, did you see what Kanye West did? And I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna have to, I can't just, that's all, that's it. That's the only thought, is that he just put this shirt on. It's gotta be something else behind it. Yeah. You gotta give me more. At least be apologetic about it. Speak and give me something on the other side to say, but he did this because of that. I don't mean to go into that, but I like to hear all the sides. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we look at other people sometimes like they're not human. Let's keep it in relationships. We look at our partner like they're not human at times.
Yeah.
And you have to put a human characteristic on this person. And I think everybody in the comments, thank you, because we have all spoken. You need to be understanding. We all have to realize that there is a humanity aspect to this too. This person is human, so they ain't gonna always do what's right. What you read?
I was reading Brandy's comment. She said, but some of his sound bites shouldn't have existed to be bitten. LOL, it's always a good way to say certain things, and he just really lacked the ability to too many times, excuse me.
I had a conversation with my sister, and my boy, they was about to fry me. And I told him, I said, we live in this society where Kevin Samuels had his audience.
Yeah.
He had a specific audience. If I'm talking to second graders and I say, you guys make sure that I'm going to pin these notes to your back and make sure you take them home to your mom and dad, and a senior pass by and be like, you about to pin what? What you about to pin these notes on us for? Like, bro, you in the 12th grade. She's not talking to you. Mm-hmm. She's talking to them. Kevin Samuels was talking to them.
Yeah.
And if you got lit up by it, he might have been talking to
you. Yeah. Yeah.
He might. Hey, I'm just saying, you know what? And out of everything, and as nasty as he was, he died on top of one of them women that probably was like, I hate him. It's something to be said about that.
It's something to be said. Something
to be said. He should have died alone. If everything
he was alone.
He was, yeah, I mean, yeah, he was alone, but I mean, she was with him.
She was with him. That man.
She knew who he was.
She knew who he was, but she didn't know him.
Yeah, she didn't know.
You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. See, the real type of thing. She knew him, but She knew who he was. Angela, we've been talking for almost 2 hours. We got to save something.
Okay.
Y'all check this out. The VNO Vibes is going to be here. And I know I talked a lot. we put Angela in the Queen King seat over here. I appreciate you. Look, my sister on 10, she's still going. Look, the show
like,
about to end.
He was trying to realize that he was just overall butthole.
The show about to end. Get up off Kevin Samuels. He dead.
You got, yeah.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I was just commenting. He was a showsman. Like, it got him views. I'll just put it out there like that. Like, what he did, his tactic, the way he went about it, it got him the views.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I want to use y'all government names because y'all be putting these different names on Facebook. This is my homegirl right here. She went to Maryville. You know, Danielle? Mm-hmm. I don't know if you wanted me to say that. I'm sorry. It says, you know what? And I'm playing devil's advocate, y'all, really, because I feel that empathy makes you say, you feeling bad for these people that he's talking to. Boy, empathy is a mug. I am very much so an empathetic person.
Yeah, you're definitely an empath for sure.
Yeah, very much so. What I found is this. I'll be like, oh, that's harsh that person is talking to that other person like that.
She said she had.
That's hilarious. Hey, you got to come on the vibes. We're going to be sending out links. But sometimes people need to be talked to like that. Sometimes some people, they call it tough love. And an empath, Danielle, I know you. I don't know you like that, but I kind of know you. And you seem like an empath. And we as empathetic people need to understand. Bro man needed to be hit in the mouth. Sister girl. Out here advocate for men really don't know them. Women out here advocate for men and really don't know them. Gosh, what was I about to say? Sometimes people need to be talked to like that. Sometimes sometimes things need to happen to people in life. I appreciate a lot of the bad things that happen to me in life. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And empaths sometimes want to take people away from their destiny. We sometimes want to take people. A lot of times you got to go through them hard times in order to achieve your destiny. I thank God for when I got pulled over by the police, for having to go to work in Canada, for getting laid off, for getting fired. I am an empath now, but I also have an understanding. I told my homeboy I had to lay him off one time, and he ain't got no kids. He was cool, but I got his check. I had to give him his check. I had to lay him off, and I told him, I said, this can be one of the best things that ever happened in your life. You know what I'm saying? You can make it out to be the worst, or it can be a good thing for you. It can cause you to grind. When I was in college, I was from the suburbs, and I seen kids that had it hard in life. We had the same schedule when I was in college. We'd be out partying. The difference is that 6 o'clock class, I'd be like, and they was there. I talked to them at the end of the semester like, man, it's messed up that we about to fail this class. We French now? Like, we ain't about to fail nothing. I ain't got nothing to go back to. You know what I'm saying? And somebody that felt sorry for them in their life, that forced them to be like, look, I got to get out here and hit it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So sometimes I went off on a tangent. We were supposed to end. Here we are 10 minutes later. Y'all, thank y'all so much.
Yes, thank
everybody.
You.
Yeah, thank y'all so much for coming. And I'm probably going to keep going with this. I think the VNO Vibes is about to be a hit. I think it's about to be a success. This conversation is not over. We got so many more things to talk about. Angela, go ahead, take it away.
I was going to say thank you guys for tuning in. Please hit a like and a subscribe to the channel. Share with your friends. Let them know, this is a community. Like, we all know each other, right? Like, we're all familiar with each other. And let's make it a community. Let's make it, let's grow the community. We can talk about topics like this and, learn from each other, grow from each other. I feel like we're all around the same age. And we can definitely, incite and love, one another. So I'm glad. I'm so happy for the opportunity, Ron. It's so good to see so many people, are, just involved. So I say, let's continue. Let's keep it going. I don't know. I'm tongue tied.
No, I'm laughing because some of y'all old rusty men out here. Look, exactly what happened. I knew it was gonna happen. It's some men watching this mug, and it's only because I brought a female. Y'all didn't even watch me. You didn't want to. You'll turn me on for 2 seconds.
Don't be a Kevin Samuels now. Don't be a Kevin Samuels.
Now you want to be in the conversation but I understand the dynamic. Sometimes you could, you know what I mean? I understand that dynamic. That's why I invited somebody else on. She out here getting it. She got a whole nother side that she want to grow. Y'all be on the lookout on this YouTube channel. And that A lady is gonna be popping. She gonna come out with some informational type videos for you women on the YouTube channel. She's gonna branch off. We're gonna have more branches off of the VNO. This was my dream for this to be a network, and I found a network that I'm under, and we're gonna network off the network. Dope Living TV broadcasting every day. Somebody on that mug. BGHE is on Saturday. If you a hip hop head, if you like music, check it out. Dope Living TV. Every day I'm on. We broadcasting on Dope Living right now. Right now. Yeah. We are broadcasting on the Dope Living YouTube channel. Y'all go check it out. My man, Black Heroes, man. If y'all did not see that, I'm gonna pull that out of this video. His name is Ron. He must be dope, but he is a dope individual, dope artist. You do not have to be Afro-American to go and support this man. Go and support him just because his stuff is just like, this is Angela. I don't know if you weren't on here when this is velvet. This is velvet. This is you don't get sweatshirts this quality like this. Y'all go check him out. Black Heroes on Instagram. I think I ran his banner earlier. Y'all go check out Gina. This award show is coming up on November 9th. Cop them tickets from Eventbrite. And I gotta highlight that comment. I gotta highlight that comment in the thread. Yeah.
You know what? Maybe I would love to one day discuss the black and the white. So you talked about Kanye, right? And you talked about him, posting the White Lives Matter. Like, what was the whole meaning behind it? Yeah. And black, like that's what we call ourselves, right? We call ourselves Black people, but like, why?
Open up another can.
That's a whole nother can. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta open it. Like, we got to.
Let's no doubt. Look at you enjoying yourself and stuff. Now I didn't invited you on, and you didn't found a home. She was a little apprehensive at first, y'all. I be telling people I got a podcast. Well, what is it about? Well, views and opinions. I appreciate you. I really do. All of y'all that chimed in, man, from my mother, my sister. Please, nobody be mad at me. This is VNO views and opinions. You have your views, and I have mine.
What you heard was nothing but the vibe.
It's a vibe. Feels like only yesterday that we were together. When you say goodbye, I know you mean forever.
I'm so close to you. Tell me what to do. We're so far apart. It's breaking my heart. Feels like only yesterday that we were together. When you say goodbye, I know you mean forever. I'm so close
And because I'm ignorant, I'm gonna take y'all out with this because I love myself.
V&O, what you know. Yo, man, welcome to the V&O YouTube channel. The premise here is ordinary people with extraordinary stories. But what you also gonna find is the views and opinions, man. So you're gonna find conversation, you're gonna find inspiration, you're gonna find motivation. Yo, check us out, V&O, what you know.
But have you ever thought, what if this is all just a dream? And we're just waiting in line to wake up? And most people think I'm insane. Once you realize that all the shit you used to care so much about just keeps you a prisoner of your own mind.